If you've been searching high and low across Colorado looking for the best place to live and you saw the city of Lakewood just to the west of Denver and you're wondering, what's that all about? Is it a good place to live? We're going to break it down for you right now. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Kampmann, your host for Everything Denver, Colorado, where we explore all things Denver real estate, the best places to live, work, and play across the state and across specifically the Denver metro area. Don't forget to download the free relocation guide I have linked in the video description below. And if you're thinking of a move here, feel free to hit me up. Call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and help the slowest growing channel on YouTube. So we're kicking things off in Lakewood. This is a suburb and city just to the west of Denver. Kind of bleeds into Denver in some different pockets, but it is a huge suburb. And sometimes when you hear about Denver metro area and some of the rating statistics and population figures and things like that, they bleed Lakewood, Denver, and Aurora all together. It's kind of the tri-cities around the Denver metro area. There's a lot of other suburbs in there, but Lakewood, Denver, and Aurora are definitely the three largest. And a reason Lakewood has become very, very popular over the course of Denver's expanded growth are its proximity to the mountains while still being close to Denver and more affordable home prices. So Lakewood would kind of rank in the middle of median home prices for Denver, Aurora, and Lakewood. Denver is definitely going to be the most expensive and have the neighborhoods with the highest density of $1 million properties plus. And then Aurora on the other scale would be the cheapest. There are pockets of Aurora that are also going to have neighborhoods with median home price of $1 million plus, but by and large you're going to find the cheapest home prices in Aurora, and Lakewood kind of sits right in between those. Median price for most of the single family homes around the Lakewood area is going to be right around $565. And Denver, that's $600, and in Aurora you can find a lot of homes actually in the $450,000 to $500,000 range. So some of the favorite neighborhoods of a lot of people that look into moving to the Lakewood area. So first on our list, we're going to explore Belmar. Now Belmar is kind of known as Lakewood's urban corridor. It's kind of an area where there's a lot of commercial and retail and a little bit more walkability in this particular area. There's also going to be some higher end condos and townhomes kind of surrounding the shopping center here in the Belmar area. And housing options are going to vary quite a bit. You have some of these luxury condos and townhomes that are right around the $500,000 mark. And then right outside of that, you'll have a mix of single families that range anywhere from $450,000 up to $600,000 as well. And a reason this has become very popular is because you're getting in at a lower price point than say a neighborhood in the interior of Denver like Sloan's Lake or the neighborhood of Berkeley, but you still have some of those same amenities where you got easily walkable streets, close to shopping, close to retail stores and restaurants and bars. And you definitely have some more nightlife opportunities and just different things that are kind of part of this mall shopping area. So they'll have an ice rink during the winter. You can go and explore different events kind of throughout the year. Also, some localized farmers markets to the parks that are near Belmar. So very popular, kind of young professionals and maybe young families type of vibe here in the Belmar neighborhood. Next up, we move a little bit further to the west to the neighborhood of Green Mountain. So the Green Mountain neighborhood is named after the location of Green Mountain, and this is just to the west side of Lakewood, and it offers a ton of outdoor activities. So it's not going to be the urban center kind of that Belmar was, but you're going to have a lot more access to hiking trails and mountain biking trails and a lot of different things to do with the outdoors, a lot of parks and recreation nearby. And as a result, that's become a favorite for a lot of families and growing families who want to live a more active and outdoor lifestyle. Now, this area does have a lot of homes that were built in the 80s and 90s. Some mid-century modern ranches can be found kind of in the Green Mountain area, but by and large it's going to be a lot of ranch, bi-level, and tri-level style homes. Like I said, older neighborhoods built in the 80s and 90s, and then a few newer contemporary builds kind of on the outskirts of the Green Mountain area. But what really draws people to this neighborhood are the views that you can have, not only of either Green Mountain or the surrounding foothills around, but you can have amazing views of the Denver city skyline as well. And median price in this particular area is going to be right around $565,000 for a single family home. Now, a couple other neighborhoods to check out if you are exploring the Lakewood area are the Lakewood Estates and the neighborhood of Applewood. Now these are going to be kind of your quintessential suburban neighborhoods where you got quiet streets, mature landscaping, very walkable to parks and other recreation. Not the urban vibe that you're going to find in Belmar, of course, but a nice family-friendly suburb. And these are a little bit closer to the west end and to the north side of Lakewood. So you are going to get closer to like these suburbs of Arvada and Wheat Ridge, and you are very close to Golden in these neighborhoods as well. So that's a favorite of a lot of people that want to live that outdoor active lifestyle. You can have a much cheaper price than living in Golden, where the median home price is $800,000 plus. If you get into the Lakewood neighborhood, maybe for $600,000, you might only be a 10 to 15 minute drive or commute into the town of Golden, where you got your local downtown shops, very walkable, clear creek that runs through Golden for your whitewater rafting or paddle boarding, and then all of your mountain biking and hiking experiences as well. So that is the reason a lot of families have chosen Lakewood. It's close to all those outdoor activities, but you're also getting in at a much better price point. And one more neighborhood to go check out in the Lakewood area, and this one's kind of going to be on the southwest corner of Lakewood. It really kind of butts up to the Morrison and the Littleton area, is the neighborhood of Solterra. Now this one is kind of unique in where you're going to find a little bit different home style that you don't find all across the Denver metro areas. Some things with some Mediterranean or Tuscan influence with the Spanish style tile roofs and stucco exteriors. So this community is fairly new, built in the last 15 to 20 years. So you are getting some of the more modern amenities and modern layouts of particular neighborhoods. They have an amazing clubhouse, an amazing swimming pool areas to go check out. And there's kind of a blend of a lot of single families, some that are a little bit more geared toward maybe retirement or downsizers, where you have the ranch style homes and single level living, but you also have a few townhome condo options kind of scattered within this community as well. So homes in the Solterra neighborhood are going to be a little bit higher price point than the rest of Lakewood, right around that $700,000 mark, but you are getting more for your money, more updated home, a little bit newer modern finishes, and like I said, that amazing clubhouse. Now these are located southwest Lakewood, so very close to Morrison and Littleton, right on that 470 curve that runs on the outskirts of the western side of the Denver metro area. This also gives you a quick access to I-70, so living in Lakewood, and especially like the Solterra neighborhood, are going to be some of your quickest access points up into the mountains for anything that's off of I-70. So your ski resorts like Arapahoe Basin, Loveland, Aspen, Vail, Breckenridge, all the way up to Dillon and Silverthorne are going to funnel off that I-70 corridor. So if you want to live an active lifestyle in the winter and snowboarding and skiing is high on your list of priorities, but you don't want to live particularly in a mountain town like Conifer or the areas of Evergreen, Lakewood can be the perfect option of being close to the mountains, saving some money, while still being outside the city of Denver. Now, some other things to do here in the Lakewood area that make it a favorite for a lot of families are the Bear Creek State Park, the Soda Lakes that are down here on the southwest corner, just outside that Solterra neighborhood that I mentioned. Great place to go camping, do your hiking, do some mountain biking, do paddle boarding on these lakes. It's a very popular area, especially through the summertime, to bring families, kids, dogs to experience this place. It's right at the base of the foothills, so beautiful scenery all around while experiencing some water sports, which is kind of rare for the Denver metro area. We don't have that many, but you also are pretty close to the Chatfield State Park and Reservoir that's just to the south of this as well. But Bear Creek, I'd say, is a little bit better for families, maybe with small kids. You have a nice swim beach there, and it is all for paddle boards or canoes or kayaks. They don't allow any motorized watercraft on this lake, so it's a little bit maybe slower pace and easier to take the little kids out to experience life by the lake. And lastly, there are a lot of job opportunities all across the Lakewood area. So it's probably one of the largest employment hubs kind of across the Denver metro area. Next to Denver, you have a lot of federal jobs out here, a lot of state and local governments that have buildings and operations kind of in this area. But even as you move further to the west, closer to the foothills, you have a lot of office buildings and corporate positions and things in corporate finance and banking on this west end of town too. So a lot of job opportunities to this west side. Sometimes when you get out into the suburban areas, they're really all residential. You're going to be commuting a lot for work, but Lakewood has a pretty good blend of commercial, retail, and business opportunities within the city as well. So commuting times up into the Denver area, if you have to get into downtown, are gonna vary depending on where you are at in Lakewood. If you're very close to one of the borders of Denver, it's probably gonna be a 5 to 10 minute commute into Denver, into the downtown area. But if you're further west, say Solterra or the Green Mountain neighborhoods, you're probably looking at a 15 to 20 minute commute across I-70 or 6th Avenue into the Denver metro area. The nice thing about Lakewood is it does have a couple of major freeways and thoroughfares to get you east and west, whether that's into Denver or over to Aurora. You are a little bit further from the airport than some of the other suburban areas around. You're probably looking at a 45 to 50 minute commute out to DIA. So if you do have to commute a lot for work or you do a lot of traveling and you want to be closer to the airport, we have a bunch of great neighborhoods on the southwest corner, like Southeast Aurora or Parker, that are probably going to be a better fit for you in terms of commuting out to the airport. But there's really something in Lakewood just about for everyone. There's a lot of variety in the price points and what you can get for the money. But like I said, you're saving a lot of money if you were to live in Lakewood compared to some of the other surrounding suburbs like Golden or Morrison, where the median home price is quite a bit higher. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Is Lakewood on your list? To answer that question, is Lakewood a good place to live? Yes, it absolutely has some neighborhoods that I would trust to live in and bring my family to. But you also have to know exactly where to look, because there are some that butt up to Denver that might not be the best investment going forward. So if you are thinking of a move to the Denver metro area, Lakewood, or one of the other amazing suburbs, don't be afraid to hit me up. Call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. And please like, subscribe, and download that free relocation guide I have linked in the video description below. And I'll see you on the next video.